Hey, Brian from Garage Mall. Today I have kind of like my accessories that are going to be like my main pieces I'm using at CES to basically like record everything. And so basically I have an old Samsung Note 8, which I've been using as my camera. Works great. However, the battery does die down pretty quick. So I have this rechargeable battery pack that has cables on board, so I can charge up my iPhone with the lightning cord or the C plug for my Android phone or equipment that I have. So that comes in handy. So I'm using a small rig to basically hold that to make recording a lot easier. And this has some pretty cool accessories. So the small rig, it does have this battery foot that you can put onto the frame of the rig, and it's pretty cool. So basically what you do is you just take that, and then you have your battery that mounts this way, or you can turn it sideways and have a better, more balanced view of that. So then I have that cord that pops down that I can record onto, or charge the phone with. And then I got this little accessory piece that I can make things a little bit easier. So I plug that in here on the side, and then I can move this little extension cord around there, and then I can easily start recording on that. So that works out pretty good, and it's pretty well balanced. And if I wanted to change that around a little bit, I have this other battery mount that I can slip on here. So this one mounts a little bit differently, and that's a nice rig. I know it's upside down, but so I can easily remove the battery from that, and then I can mount this sideways, and then you can adjust it like that, and then again just plug that in, and then there you go. And then that's a little easier, more balanced for recording. And like I said, it's a big battery backup, so that should basically get me all day. So that's some of that stuff. Here is my Holy Land mic kit. This is absolutely invaluable. And again, it has this connection here that I can hook up to the C port when I'm not charging it. So I can disconnect that pretty often, and then this will go onto that plug as long as I have it lined up correctly. And then you can see the little blue light there looking for the mic. And then these mics are great. They're magnetic, so it has a magnetic back to it, and it has some noise canceling on it. Charges in a case, and you get two of them, so one for you and then whoever you're interviewing or talking to. It also has this spare camera mount that you can mount for if you have a DSLR camera that you're using. And then I have another rig that I like to use. So this is kind of like my backup smartphone cinema rig. And this is, again, super adjustable. Adjust it to whatever phone you have, and then you can tighten it down and kind of like hold it in position that way. So very cool, highly adjustable. And then probably the most important thing in my entire arsenal that I'm bringing is this SanDisk, case not included, 2 terabyte drive. It's got a C, so I got a 4K C to C, so it's got 2 male connections. So what you'd be doing here is basically mounting this to the bottom of your drive, and then once we get our phone out of here, get the mic disconnected there, you can easily go into your storage, and then that will open up for you, and then your SanDisk drive is there. And then you can access all your files. You can drag files from your phone back up here, so that way you have a backup copy of everything that you are doing. But anyway, so that is just some of the stuff that is going to be my critical things that I am bringing to CES. And I'll leave all the links below to all this stuff. Anyway, Brian from Garage Mall, thanks for watching, and be safe out there.